Heather Hurlbut, Heather Hurlbut, junior, 16. The first class I go to is Pre-Calculus Honors with Miss Weigel. Just this semester we started doing a lot of group work, so we're in, like our desks are in a pod now, instead of just in a normal classroom, everybody faces the front. And I think that's a lot better for math now because we can kind of share answers with our partners, and it actually helps me learn a lot better. I feel like I'm learning the most in math just because that's probably my favorite class, like academically, because I want to go into something with math in college probably. I think I'm leaning more of actuarial science because well, I'm just a junior, so I'm just starting to look into it. I just started last summer actually looking into colleges and career options, and we have like a financial planner that comes over to our house, and I always kind of see what he does, and it seems like a pretty solid job, and actuarial science is along the same lines. My favorite part of the day would probably be AP English with Miss Collins. I think this is actually probably my most funny class of the day because Mrs. Collins, she's a pretty great teacher, and she makes it really interesting. I've struggled with English in years past, but this year I actually really enjoy going there. And we don't do a lot of actual homework in that class. We mostly just discuss books we've read. I just feel like this year I've made so much progress in that class, so that's always really exciting because since I've struggled with English before. Actually, before in English, I would never usually finish a book when we had to read it at home. I would always get like distracted or just think, why read it if I don't understand it? But this year, since we discuss the books every day in class so much, I feel like the stuff I say, even if it's not okay, she's like helping me to do it better next time. And I've seen that a lot in my papers and the essays we write in class, how I'm improving. I was in a study hall, but then I'm not used to having a study hall because I usually have a full schedule, so I figured I could just sacrifice it for one semester. And I always hear Miss Kotecki every day how she has to stay up late and grade papers, and she said she needed another aide, so I guess I would just help her there. And it's okay because it only takes about half the period, so I still have half a study hall anyway, so I'm already ahead of the game, plus I'm helping Miss Kotecki, so nice. It's pretty nice. Staples off a bulletin board. AP Bio. This is probably one of my harder classes of the day because just since it's longer too, it's a period and a half, and science isn't necessarily my best subject, but I think it's interesting how we get to do labs because it's not just the teacher talking all the time, it's interactive. AP US. That's with Mr. Rowles. I think he's actually a very good teacher. I've heard from a lot of kids in years past that they really like him, even though it's mostly just lectures the whole time. I learn a lot from him. Typical practice. Well, the schedule changes up a lot. We never really know when we're going to have practice, if it's 3 to 5 or way at night until like 9 o'clock. But usually we come in. Coach is very much of an advocate on applying basketball to life skills. So he usually starts out with a little quote about, it's usually basketball related, but he somehow swings it in becoming a better person. Especially this season, we've had a lot of injuries and just people being sick or vacations where other people have had to step up. And that can be hard for the team sometimes, so we always have to be willing to step in and just stay positive for our team and for ourselves. Typical game day routine. Since we're on varsity now, we get to go home and then come back a little bit later. We don't have to stay at school since our games are later at night. A lot of times we have team dinners right after school before game days. So we have a nice pasta dinner that the moms cook. And then we come back and we watch the game before us, the JV game. So we support them. Before games, there's not a lot of actual coaching that goes on before games. We kind of just get ourselves ready and we warm up and we play. Well, especially for incoming freshmen, I think it's very important to just get involved early in pretty much anything you can. Even if you get involved and you don't like something, you could always back out, I guess, but I think it's important to just try a lot of things at Lakes, because even I wasn't sure this year was the first time I really got involved in like a lot of clubs. in years past, especially not being able to drive to school, that was kind of hard to do clubs after school. But now I definitely like these clubs and I'll continue to do them. So if you just get involved early, I think that's really important. I think to be a successful student, well, for me, mostly it takes time management. I think you can get in so much during the day, and there's a lot of things to be involved in at Lakes. They give you so many different opportunities, whether it's sports, clubs, academics, and challenging yourself in that area. But if you don't really schedule your time and focus on what you actually want to do, then you're not going to be able to get it all in. And I think just attempting to do those things, you'll figure out what you want to do and what you want to lean more towards. So you can really focus on those things and then excel in those areas. I definitely feel like my high school experience has been a positive one. Whether it's just enjoying my day at school, because there's a lot of great people at Lakes and I really enjoy my friends here, or just excelling in school or sports. I think there's a lot that goes on during the day that I really like.
Whoa.